Hello, welcome to the last day of 2022. I was gonna say December, but like, it's 2022, that's the big deal. So I thought I would do a bit of a year in review. I haven't actually really done one of these before, and I thought I would show you some of the things I have made this year and see what I remember about them, because they've been a while. So let's start off with accessories, and then we'll move into garments like jumpers and shirts. Then I will talk to you about my plans for tomorrow, my plans for the coming year of 2023. I don't have too many plans, slash I have a lot of plans, but I thought I'd bring you into my space and bring you into my thoughts. So before I start, hello, I am Astrid, I am Wattle and Wool, and welcome to where I talk about, like, the part of the internet where I talk about knitting and my life. I am an Australian, I am 29, I live in Perth in Western Australia, which is the most isolated capital city in the entire world. I am going to be spending the next 4-ish months in Perth, and then I move to Europe on a grand adventure. So I have no idea what's coming up in this next year. So it's a little bit terrifying doing this like year in review slash plans for next year. Is like, oh my God, I have to plan for next year. What am I doing next year? Like, there's a lot to think about, but I'm really excited. So if you are liking the vibe, this is pretty much what you get. What you see is what you get. So feel free to like and subscribe, and let's get into this. I would like to pay my acknowledgements and respects to the Indigenous elders on the land on which I stand, the Whadjuk Noongar people, and pay my respects to the elders past, present, and emerging. We're doing accessories. I don't have too many accessories, and one is technically not finished yet, but it's close enough and we'll live with it. The first accessory that I finished this year is this one. This is my Cozy Cabin Advent Throw from Twisted Willow yarn, believe. And this is the Advent skeins that was sent to me in the 2020 Advent. I loved these. I love everything about it. And I was desperate to cast on an Advent knit along or an Advent project. This one has luxurious brioche. It has brioche on the, like, it is brioche, but it's got interesting patterns on the edging and in the middle. And this is a really large asymmetrical triangle. Asymmetrical? Yes, asymmetrical. I love it. It is, it's summer, so I don't know why I'm putting a wrap on, but it is so nice, so warm, so beautiful. I wear it a lot at work in winter. Obviously it's summer right now, and it is, actually it's 27 degrees, but I've still got the heater, I still have the aircon on. It's 27 degrees, but humid. So normally in Perth we have dry heat. We've probably got like 10 humid days a year, which is amazing. But today is looking like it's one of them. So this is the Advent wrap. I worked on this largely when I was in Rottnest, which is a small island just off the coast of Perth, with my family for a Christmas getaway. I hate Rottnest. I hate anywhere that you've got to get on a boat to get to. Hate it. Hate boats. Hate them with a passion. Very strong passion. I ended up this year, we went down south to Denmark instead of Rottnest, pretty much because I put my foot down and was like, you guys can have fun. I'm not going. Never getting on a boat again. Nah. Projectile vomiting on a moving object is not as much fun as it sounds. It's not it. Not it at all. Projectile vomiting after drinking a whole thing of coffee and wearing a white shirt is even worse. So yeah, we're not playing that game again. We are definitely not. We're not doing it. Not doing it. So this is a lovely reminder of sitting at the beach, after I finished my extreme motion sickness and knitting away in the middle of summer. So I looked pretty weird, but I was super comfortable. And this is done. I will be writing up the instructions for it. I also want to be filming them. Don't know where, don't know when, but I will. And so this is going to be written and released for next year, for 2023 at some point. Or 2024, it doesn't matter, either one. So this is my first finished object. I actually think it was my first finished object in 2022 as well. I'm not great with the words today, but we'll roll with it. Okay, can I fold this sort of up? This is the hard bit because it's asymmetrical, so you've got to kind of flop it along together, make it sort of work. There we go. I also have little ends just kind of peeking out. I don't know if you can see it. Hello. Little ends peeking out, but whatever, adds to the charm. The second item that I knit in 2022, the second accessory, is this beanie. So this is called the Pedestrian Beanie. I love these crown decreases. It's based on the skyline of New York, the Empire State Building, and I think it is beautiful. It is using the main skein that came with the advent that I just showed you. So it kind of goes together, I guess. I had originally knit this for my ex-boyfriend when he left to go to America. Just never kind of gave it to him. Don't know why. It was totally intended to be given. Anyway, never gave it to him. And so now I've got it, and it's beautiful, and it's warm, and it's luxurious, and I love it. Again, we'll be writing this one up. All my beanies are always free patterns. Oh my goodness, where's my other beanie? I finished more things. Okay, all my beanies that I write and create myself are always free, mostly because I design other things that aren't free, and so I want people to enjoy what are free. So this is the, I can't even remember what I called it. The something something beanie. Was it Pedestrian? No, the Pedestrian was another beanie that I've already published. Something beanie. I think it was like goodbye, hello. I think that's what I did it. I think it was goodbye, hello, this beanie here. Meant to be when my now ex says goodbye to Australia and hello to America, but now it's just my beanie. It's technically reversible, I guess, if you want to do it. The because it's just ribbing, so it doesn't look as good, but if you wanted it to be, it could be, I guess. So yeah, that's another one. Speaking of accessories, random things, this one I used the leftover of Wool and Works in her Tickled Pink of the Merino DK and mohair lace weight after I finished a jumper, and I made this little headband. This is the Thicket Headband, and I love it. I always get told I look very 80s in it, which I wasn't even born in the 80s, so I don't know if that's true, but I'll take it. I love it. It makes me happy. So this is the Thicket Headband. This is not my design, and so I will not be writing it up. Easy, because it's someone else's and it's already written. I knit the Musselburgh Hat. This is huge, literally so damn huge. The boy managed to get COVID, so not giving it to him. On that, I've had like questions about like who's the boy? I don't even know what is the situation with the boy. Basically, I like him. He does like me. We're not really gonna admit it. Not really. And yeah, we're just kind of stuck in this circle of unrequited love, I guess. I don't know. I don't like feelings and communication in a good day. And so having to talk about feelings and communication makes me uncomfortable. And the fact that I'm leaving in 4 months makes me very uncomfortable to say, hey, PS, kinda like, just not ready for that. Like, it's weird. I can talk about emotions with so many people, like my best friends, even my students. Like, I'm constantly giving 15-year-old's advice. But then when it comes to me, nah, I really don't like to do it. So this beanie is going to be given to him, and I will probably, I don't know, either I'll let him keep it or I'll steal it back and take it to Europe. This is going to be the year of summer for me, so I probably won't, but yeah, I don't know. He's pretty and I like him and he likes me, and then I'm going to leave. Anyway, Musselburgh Hat. This is the adult large, and I think I did an extra increase and it's so big. So big. So, don't know if it's meant to be that big, but oh well. Oh well. This is the Innuendo Beanie for my friend Fleur, who runs, like, her business is Innuendo by the Paramour, which is a absolutely gorgeous skincare brand. So she does body oils, and she does candles, and she does bath salts, and they are just luscious and divine. And I had a bath last night with them and they were beautiful. So this beanie, if you can see, is cable and bubbles and makes me very happy. Again, my design, I will be writing it up very soon. This is knit out of, oh Lord. This is knit out of Daffodil Road Merino Silk Yak, I believe, in Galadriel and another colorway that I can't remember, and they are in the Lord of the Rings colorway, and I love them and I'm obsessed by them, and luckily I have to spare. This one is knit out of Saltwater Yarns 8-ply DK base, which is in the colorway Cowrie, and Saltwater Yarns, or Beck, is a Albany based dyer, and I'm pretty sure she's only dyeing exclusively for the yarn, oh no, the yarn store in Albany, but I can't remember what it's called. But she's amazing, and I've loved some of her stuff. And if you look at Mad About You, she's currently knitting a Musselburgh hat in Saltwater Yarns Sailor's Delight colorway, which is stunning, and I have some of the colorway intended for a summer top, and the only reason that I can't cast it on is because I'm trying to give myself some self-control, but oh my goodness, every time I watch any of Maddie's podcasts, it makes me want to. So go check it out for some absolute inspiration. So this one is this one, and then I need to do a beanie, like a pom-pom, and separate it, but see if Fleur wants it on the top. The last object that I have is not finished completely because I still need to Kitchener stitch shut the I-cord cast on here and the I-cord bind off here. But this is a cowl. It is called Meet Me in Italy. It is so beautiful. I love it. Basically, two different things. I made a scarf called Meet Me in Italy, which was brioche, and it was a scarf version of this. And it had the like the rise and fall of the brioche that you can see in here. And it was in green and gold, and it was given to my ex-housemate, like my old housemate, Beth, when she, because we were both talking about going to Italy. So I made it for her. I also designed and made a top, which I haven't even written and graded, which I really need to do. But I designed a top for her using a custom fade kit, which was these 3 colors. So these 3, 1, 2, and 3 are custom colors dyed up by Anna of Stitchcraft and Wizardry, and they were designed to fade together, and it is a beautiful top. It is somewhere, I don't have it on me right now, but I can insert a beautiful picture of my mum wearing it because my mum was my model. And yeah, it is a stunning top, and so it uses this, it uses this colorway fade as a gradient. I then had quite a bit left over. I was going past Anna's of Stitchcraft and Wizardry, and I jumped into her store, and she had this base, which is the same base as this one, but it's the colorway Nashville. And I saw it, I loved it, I wanted it, I thought it was too beautiful to not get, and it would go so well with these colors. So I grabbed it so that I could start a cowl for these, where are we? For these colors. So it is just a straight up and down, but I kind of made it a little bit roomy so that it could almost kind of stretch over the shoulders. It's not really like you do have to stretch it. Oh, come on. So it is nice and roomy, and it kind of like, this is tight, but it shows off the design this way, and I've got the aircon blowing right on me, and it feels really warm and really snuggly. So, and I just love showing off the design, or you can keep it nice and narrow, or you can even double layer it, which is really nice and tight and nice and warm. So this one, oh no. I'm a professional podcaster. This one is made with my friend Beth in mind, but not for her. And so I don't know, I think I might end up keeping this one. I need to block it. I need to weave in the ends and then block it. This is on my blocking to-do list. So this is the Meet Me in Italy cowl. There is the scarf, the larger version, which, yeah, is kind of like the combo friend to this. It's going to look so much nicer after blocking. I think it's just going to relax a little bit nicer. I can see, I don't know if you can see it, just the stitches are a little bit pulled together. And I think after it blocks, it'll be a lot nicer. Garments. I'm going to pause and take a drink out of my titty mug. Coffee. Alright, I have a lot more garments and I can see ends that are not woven in. Oh God. So this is a kind of a pile of stuff. Let's go bottom to top. Not that they're in any order, they just kind of are in an order. Okay. This one is the William sweater by Johanna by Kohlibri, or Kohlibri by Johanna. I always forget which way it is. This is using Wool and Works in the, no, it's not Tickled Pink, it is Rosella, sorry. It is the Rosella colorway in her merino and mohair held double. So it's this thick, luxurious, oh, it's so squishy. It is so warm. This is 1000% coming to Europe with me. I couldn't imagine leaving it in Perth, even though I'm not even going to take it to Europe originally. I'm strategically trying to pack everything so it's either going to fit in my suitcases, or I'm going to pack it up and leave it in a safe place and kind of like document it, or like write notes about where everything is. And then I'm going to request that certain things are sent over to me, and this is going to be one of them that needs to be sent over to me. I might even end up just sending it over to myself before the plane, and that way I've got it when I get there, because this with a nice pair of like comfy pants, like either yoga pants or even just shorts, like it's amazing. It is the best. It's everything you need. It's so squishy. This, a coffee, a good book, some more knitting, magical. I have talked quite a bit about the size inclusivity issues that I found with this that I don't really like. I do, however, absolutely adore the yarn. So Wool & Works, Chloe, I don't think I've gone an episode this whole year without talking about Chloe and how much I love her. I'm just so glad to call her a friend of mine, and just everything she touches is golden or pink. But yeah, I'm a bit, like, I'm so happy I used her yarn, but I'm a bit sad that I used it on this pattern, because I feel like this pattern is just not as good as I would have liked it to be. But that's okay. So that is pattern jumper number 1. This one is a cardigan. This is the Friday.com bomber jacket by the bomber.com jacket by Friday Knits. I still haven't woven in my hands. I finished this a while ago and it is so cute. It is fisherman's rib, or half fisherman's rib. I think it's half fisherman's rib, and it is so big and luxurious and fluffy. It is pilling just a touch, but honestly, I kind of feel like that adds to the charm and it makes it feel lived in and loved, which I prefer. I didn't like it at first when I just finished knitting it, but now that I've worn it a few times, I really like it. I love the pink. This is the tickled pink. I love the pink on the collar and the cuffs and the pockets. I just love this one. This is the fairy bread colorway and it is so gorgeous and it makes me so very happy. So this one is a wonderful design by Friday Knits and even better yarn by Wool and Wax. Oh, it's warm. It's very, very warm. I branched out from Wool and Wax to another Aussie dyer. This is the Seafield Sweater by JST Designs, JST Knitwear Designs, who is a Irish descent American designer, and she's just so lovely. She's such a wonderful, kind person. And again, I've got ends that I haven't woven in, but this one tells me where the back is, so I'm just not going to weave it in. But this is the Seafield Sweater. I cropped it intentionally so the sleeves are longer. It's actually as long as the body really when you wear it. But the body's a little bit cropped and it has a turtleneck or like a rollover neck. This is in Ash and Eve, the autumn clay color and autumn clay colorway. Again, merino and mohair held double and I love it. Again, it's so squishy. I actually was cleaning up. So as I've said, this is another one's coming to Europe. The 3 that I've shown you so far definitely coming to Europe. And another one that I'm going to show you as well is definitely coming to Europe. I've been cleaning up my wardrobe and trying to figure out what I'm going to get rid of before I go to Europe. If you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know I love acquisitions, and clothes is another area of my life that I enjoy buying. And so yeah, I've been buying a few things and I find it almost impossible to get rid of things. I'm also very sentimental. So if something's got a good memory attached to it, I'm more likely to keep it for that memory than for the wearability of it. So that can be really hard for me. So anyway, so I'm going through my wardrobe and I'm trying to look at like what I will keep, what I won't keep, what works, what doesn't. At the moment, I've got my wardrobe divided in half of what I think is definitely coming to Europe and then what I think won't be. But then in that won't be, there's room to move them to the will be if I wear them often enough. And in the will be, there's room to move to the won't be if I don't wear them often enough. So it's a thing. Anyway, I was cleaning up my sweater cupboard because I just wanted to clean things up and I brushed against this the Seafield Sweater. And in the light, when I saw it at the time, I just pulled a stitch. That was really dumb. In the light, when I brushed against it, when I pulled on it, I saw it and it was like this golden fuzzy color. And I just remember thinking, oh, that feels amazing. I hope that I can knit something like that because it feels incredible and I would just love to knit something with that quality and that feel. And then I realized I knit it. It's mine. I made it. And it was just such a, like, this is why I make stuff, you know? This is why I spend so much time knitting, because that feeling of like, it's better than I thought and it's better than I remember it being. Oh, I just realized that the William sweater is actually not with mohair, it is with Suri alpaca. And yes, I'm getting confused, but that's okay. Suri alpaca, whereas this is mohair. The next one I'm definitely bringing with me is this beautiful sweater, the Spirally sweater by Pickles & Co. And this was gifted to me, this yarn was gifted to me by my beautiful friend Hannah. And oh my goodness, I've spoken before about how much I'm an idiot. So when I first picked up this yarn, I was like, really? Purple? Really? And Hannah was like, it'll look better on you than me. And I was like, no. Nice try, it won't. And so I knit it because I loved it. But I honestly did not have expectations. This is knit in a single ply Pickles 100% merino, like a thick merino. And I've woven in all the ends, so I can't even find you like a little scrap to show you, but it is really thick single ply. And so when I was knitting it, I was like, this is not for me. I don't think so. But I really enjoyed the process of making it. If you can see, it is a bottom up raglan sweater and just these amazing spirals, like they're just incredible. And so as I was knitting it, I was like, this is so much fun. I love the thought of it. It's really easy, but it looks complex. Like everything about it is win, 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 win. But I'll never wear it. And then I wore it and I got so many people complimenting me, rushing up to tell me how good I looked. And when I say so many people, I do mean so many children that I work with, but they've seen me wear some weird stuff. And if they're complimenting me, it must be good. And even like with some of my friends, and then I posted online and so many online people said, oh my God, you look amazing. And I was just like, wow, okay, maybe purple's my thing. And now in the Boxing Day sales, I have bought like 5 different lavender purple things. And so I'm waiting for them all to come and arrive. So thank you, Hannah. You've turned me onto a brand new color and a brand new passion. And I can't wait to wear this in Norway and meet Hannah for the first time in person. So this is coming with me. This chunky souffle sweater is my unofficial Christmas sweater. I have a complete love-hate relationship with it. I think it's hideous and garish and ugly as all heck, but that's why I love it. It is knit with, I think this is 3 strands held together, 2 or 3 strands held together on this one, and then, no, 2 strands held together in this one, 3 strands held together in this one of random knit crate yarn that I had lying around. And it's just hideous. It really is. Like, let's be honest, you can't really mince words. It is not a pretty sweater, but I love it. I do love the chunky ruffle. I knit the souffle in 2 different pinks. I knit 2 of them for my nieces, kind of in the middle of the year. So I went to Brisbane, and I knit them like a top dress tunic kind of thing. And then I wasn't done, so when I came back home, I really wanted to keep knitting it, so I knit this one for me. I love it. I hate it. It's ugly. It's beautiful. All of it. I posted, like, I had like a reel of me wearing it, and I posted it up to YouTube. The only reel I've ever taken from Instagram to YouTube. And the only comment I got was like the green emoji, like bleh face. So it's definitely not a YouTube fave. But I do love it. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I don't know if it's going to come to Europe. Also because it's a stupid length. So I might end up, I think I'll donate this one. But it's fun. The last object I finished yesterday. This is my eucalyptus sweater. It is called Bud. It is really, really, really beautiful. It is knit out of nubu, which is like a bamboo fiber. It's quite heavy. Like, my brother was holding it and he was like, wow, it's like a lot heavier than I thought it would be. And it is. I need to wash and block it. I need to get it all sorted out. But I'm really happy with this. This is the first out of 3 designs that I will be making with the eucalyptus theme. I'm currently working on my second, which I'll show you in a minute. And yeah, I love this one. It is a perfect bamboo, perfect light, like it's heavy, but it feels light. It's really cooling, like it's a really cool fabric. And it doesn't, even though it's brioche, which I'm always worried about, like that kind of openness, if you wear the correct undergarments, it doesn't look inappropriate, so you can wear it to work, which is something that for me is always really important. So I love that. It's really subtle. It's got these like noops, which will pop out more hopefully after blocking. I also wanted them to be subtle enough that you didn't need them in the garment if you didn't want them, but that they do stand out when they're there. So this is the first of 3 finished objects that will be shown very soon. I have a photo shoot booked for January 25th, which is 26 days away, and I am planning on taking my finished objects and getting them professionally photographed. And the 3 that I definitely want to have done are the Eucalyptus trio. So I really want to have this one, which is Bud. I want to have Leaf, which is going to be green, and Blossom, which is like a pinky coral orange. And yeah, I'm going to have those 3 definitely done. So I've got 26 days to make 2 more tops. And then I've got other things I also wanted to get done, but they are going to be after the effect / when I need a break, like a brain break. But we'll see how much of this I can get done. This is how much yarn I have left over. So I've got this little ball. I probably could have done maybe 1 round more with this, but I didn't really trust it. I just thought it'd be better to end when I knew I had yarn left instead of to play yarn chicken and hope. So this is my top. I will put it on properly. I want to talk about blocking in like a separate video, so I will talk about blocking and all of that in here. So this is going to be like my example to show about blocking. So this is my last finished object for 2022. I love it. I love it. And I'm so excited. I do have other things that I finished this year. I have got the top, the bouquet for Beth that I made. I have got 2 scarves that I knit for my best friend's engagement, which turned into her wedding, which turned into her honeymoon. And yeah, I've got quite a few extra little things that I've made and gifted. But these are the main things that I've got. I am predominantly a very selfish knitter, so these are the main things that I've knit and that I've kept. 2023 plans. I leave roughly the 20th of April. It's not a date that's booked in for any reason other than it's kind of sounded like a good date. I haven't booked a flight, I haven't done any of that, and I won't probably until February, so I got time. But yeah, so that's my rough date. I have some things I really want to do in that time, but there's a lot that I really just don't know about. So let me introduce you this project. This is the neck of Leaf, the next in the Eucalyptus series. This green is just brilliant. I'm so excited to have it. So I would love to be able to wear it and then yeah, get it finished. So I'm going to knit on it while I talk to you. So, I normally, and for the past few years, I've chosen a word of the year, and it has kind of guided me in my intentions for that year. So, 2019 was strong. 2020 was intentional. No, it was joy. 2021 was intentional. 2022 was accomplish. And I don't know what my word for 2023 is because I feel like it's going to be such a big shift and such a big change. So I've talked a little bit before about how I'm going to be moving to Europe, and damn, I'm really scared. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. I get paid for the first 12 months of my 21-month trip. I have somewhere to stay for the first roughly 5 months of my 21-month trip. I would like to visit as many places in the world as I can over that time. My goal is to spend a day and a night in every single country in the world before I die. I've done 6, so that's not enough for me, and I want to do some more. I know myself, and I really need to feel grounded and feel like I've got a home. And the thought of moving and essentially living out of 2 suitcases for a long time really scares me. But I also know that this is the perfect time to do something, to battle my fear, to conquer my fear, and to feel strong. And I feel as though a lot of my words, strong, joy, intentional, accomplished, they all count this year. Like they're all going to really mean, they're going to add to the meaning this year. I was thinking of adding in something like explore or adventure or open, but I feel like that's going to happen anyway. And I don't want to jinx anything. Like, this is so important. This is something that I've been looking forward to for years, like years and years and years of my life have been spent hoping and waiting and wishing for this, that now that it's happening, it's a bit scary. Like it's huge and it's so exciting and scary. And so I just really want to make intentional, wise choices about what I'm doing and where I'm going with this, and really be intentional, I guess, is still the right word. Yeah, so thank you. So yeah, so this I feel as though I don't really know, and I feel like I'm kind of planning my year in different sections, but I don't really know what the sections are going to become. So basically, I've got the month of January to make this top and the blossom top and get it ready for a beautiful photo shoot. I have another 3 months after that to finish off some big gifts that I would like to have, but I'm not putting pressure on myself. I'm just kind of saying that I would like to in that time. But yeah, so I've got 4 months between now and when I leave, and I would like to preferably take some finished objects over with me or ship them over to me rather than the unfinished projects. I don't know if that's making any sense. Yeah, so until end of April, roughly, I will be in Australia. And then May to September, I will be in Eastern Europe, in Latvia, which is where my family is from. And I'm so fortunate that I get to live in a stable housing that my family has secured for me. It's actually their place that they are generously letting me use. And so I've got certain knitting brioche with very splitty yarn while talking is probably not the best. I've got big goals that I would like to achieve in that time. I would like to start to learn the language when I'm in Europe, of Latvian, which is I feel like it's my heritage language. Like, it's something that I wanted to have learned and I should have learned, but I haven't had the opportunity yet. So now I have the opportunity, so I'm going to go do it. I would like to just rest. I would like to work on my knitting patterns. And yeah, I would like to get myself, I feel a bit more set up in knitting. I'm not sure if I'm going to be studying in May. I think I will, just for that consistency and rhythm and pattern of something to do. I'm currently studying my master's in teaching English as a second language. I am a high school teacher, if I haven't made that clear before. I would love to work in the European system. However, between May to September is basically there's summer holidays. So I'm going to leave, I'm going to have summer in Australia and then go into autumn and then leave before it hits the end of autumn, go back into spring, into summer, and then their autumn and then their winter. So I'm kind of chasing summer this year, which will be fun. And I would like to work in the European system. There's a few issues with that. I don't really speak any European languages. I mean, look, I can bumble through French, but no one wants to be teaching their kid in French, let's be honest. I also, I do know that English is commonly spoken enough that I probably can get by, but I think that's rude to assume that I will get by. So I want to learn a language, or at least smatterings of words in other languages that I can be polite, because that's appropriate. I would love to work in a European school, maybe as like an English assistant. I know that I'm good with teenagers. I know I love language. I know I love education. And I see education as a force for good and a force for change and a pathway, not as an end outcome. So for me, I think that my passion and what I'm good at means I could be good at teenagers in another language. But I also know how teenagers treat anyone with a weird accent, and I'm not really willing to be the one with a weird accent. So we'll see how that goes. Selfish, but true. I think we'll just see. So I'm gonna hopefully not. I won't worry for money in between May to September. So I won't need to find a job immediately, which provides me with a lot of relief. I've been talking to a lot of friends, and I feel so silly saying this, but I do feel like I'm burnt out. Isn't maybe the right word, but it feels close. Like I'm hitting the end of a rope, of a tether that I didn't know I had. And yeah, like talking to a lot of friends and even family members who are all about my age, and we've all just kind of said the same thing. And I'm like, I feel stupid. Like I feel so dumb because I'm not even 30, like I'm 29. And I feel, oh, poor me, it's so hard, it's so rough, I need a break. Like, you know, I should be grateful that I've got this amazing opportunity and this amazing career, and I'm just in such a good place in my life, and yet I'm tired. And I wonder if this is going to be really controversial, and I could be talking out of my asshole right now, so bucket of salt, pour it on. But I wonder if this is either like a biological moment where my body is going, hey, your ancestors at this point will be having kids / grandkids because you're 29. You know, like you need to be, I guess, changing up in your lifestyle for that. Whether it's me looking ahead at realizing that now the retirement age is like 72 for when I'm going to retire, and going, it's a long time. 42 years more of work. That's a bit terrifying. Am I willing to keep going? I have done 7 years of teaching, but 5 of those have been in hard schools. And then the other 2 that weren't in a hard school, I was workplace bullied. So still in a hard school. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if maybe there is a reason. Maybe it just is. I also think that life and lifestyles and, yes, COVID and all of that has exacerbated and created more of a rush, more of a angst. I don't know. I really couldn't say. But what I do know is that I'm tired and I want a break. And so I am hoping to go to Europe and travel and rest and find my peace and find time for me and make knitting a priority and knit my little socks off. Not knit socks though. Good, no. Maybe toes, heels and cuffs, but nothing else. And yeah, I just want to relax, and then I would like to look into getting a job. So I feel as though this year is split into 3 different distinct times. I've got January to April in Australia, May to September resting, September to December finding a job. And so I don't think that there is a word that can encompass all of that. Change, maybe? Instability? No, I don't want that to be my word. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna allow things to happen as they happen. And I think maybe intentional may pop back up as a key word, but I don't really think I am going to have a word. Maybe I'll have a word for the 3 stages. I really don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of like my life plans. So knitting plans to do with that. I do want this, like I said, these two tops, Leaf and then Blossom, to be done so that I can take some cool pictures with them. I'm really excited and I think this is going to be fantastic. I want to get a lot more patterns written up. I keep saying that. I keep not doing it. So that needs to happen. And then I've got a pile more things just around me that I want to work on. So I will quickly show you them now. In this bag is my Stephen West M Cowl, which has not gotten a lot of love at all. It's halfway through a row, which is helpful. I'm on the cable bit. I do love this cable. I think it is beautiful. I'll show you nice and close. I think it's gorgeous. It makes me super happy. I just haven't worked on it. So I don't know if I will be working on this before I leave Australia. It might just be a between project thing that I grab. The thing I found with this though, it has to be intentional. Like I need to intentionally pick this up and work on it. And I just have too much other things going on to be intentional on this. It's been the issue the whole time. So we'll see. I was gifted by my best friend's kids, one of my best friend's kids. I was gifted this yarn. I've got two of them. It is Lionbrand Lionscapes in Blue Lagoon. It is 100% acrylic, which I hate, but it was given to me by the most sweetest boys in the universe and I love them so much and I am definitely going to make something out of it. I'm actually thinking of doing like maybe a singlet or something like that, like a cropped top or something. I reckon that'd be really easy to do, really comfortable, probably would suit my face. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking with these ones. I also have a whole pile of chocolate in here because the boys kept sneaking me chocolate. But yeah, so this is a new cast on that will be starting very soon. I will be babysitting them for a couple of days, so I'm thinking I will work on it when I'm at theirs, and that will be, yeah, kind of the second half of the gift is that I work on it with them. Other cast-ons. I have got my Loom minis. This is the very first one that is all wound up and ready to cast on. I am at the moment debating how wide I want this. Thinking I want it to be like that wide-ish. It's going to be a big like scarf. And this is using fingering weight and 4-ply needles. So 4mm needles. So how do I get it from like this here? Probably need a gauge swatch. I'm probably not going to gauge swatch. It's mostly using twisted rib, so I know it'll be quite dense, so I need to just cast on an amount and stick with it. And then I'll write that one up when I do. I also have in here the first of the Daffodil Road Advent calendar kit. I love this calendar. I have a really cool idea. I don't know if it'll happen, but I have an idea with it. I might actually put it back up for now. I don't think, there you go. I don't think I will cast it on just yet when I've got so much else. The Ash and Eve design, so the Ash and Eve Advent 2022 Steampunk. I have an idea for making Mum a blanket. So I talked to her and said, what would you like? And she said a blanket would be cool. And so I am holding together one of Daffodil Road, the almond colorway, which I've put into kind of different like bowls, bowls of, and I'm holding it double with the Advent and I'm marling it together and it looks like this so far. So there's not a lot done to it. It is very tangled, I'm sorry. What have you done? There we go. So I cast on 210 stitches with a I-cord cast on. I did my normal I-cord cast on, but you can see it's kind of this like weird loopy edge. I kind of wish I had just done an I-cord and then picked up, but I'm not going to redo it because I can't bother. So we'll just live with it. I'm carrying the I-cord up the sides and I've got an extra strand on either side of the I-cord edge. Can you see this one? Here it is. So there's this one here, and then there is this one here for each of the edges, so that it is a white I-cord edging the whole way through, because I was thinking about it. I really wanted a nice white I-cord edge, but I didn't want to have to go back over and pick up all the stitches and do an I-cord edging on it. It would just drive me insane. So I figured doing it as we go would be easier. I am working on this. These are 6mm needles with the Ash and Eve Advent of a 20 mini skein. I have got this much left of that first colour. So it'll be a pretty decent blanket. I keep going, oh my God, I've cast on too many, and then going, no, I'll be fine. And then I've cast on too many, and then no, I'll be fine. So I'm just going to hope that I'll be fine, and then it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So this is a little lap blanket that I'm doing for Mum. It's just garter stitch, and I love the marling effect. The colours are going to be spectacular, and Mum is not a big rainbow person. And so I think we both agreed that with the white marling, it's going to kind of make it a muted ombre rather than woo, rainbow, which is not her vibe. So I thought this would be a nice way of doing it. Yes. The last, I've got so many other projects that, you know, it's me. I can say these are all my plans, and then I'll turn around in one episode's time and be like, I cast on 4 new things that I never said I would do. The last thing I'm going to do is I will insert in here something about my 2021 and 2022 Wanderlust Advent. And again, it's with the Daffodil Road yarns. Again, the almond colorway. I just grabbed 2 of these and started playing with them. I may need to get more of these, actually. I think I will, from Daffodil Road. But these are going to be for my blanket that I will make out of the Wanderlust yarns. I have a very specific vision. I'm still figuring out exactly how to execute my vision, but I have a very specific idea. So I'm really excited to do it and to work on it. And we'll see how it grows. So these are, yeah, that's kind of it. So what have I got? 2 blankets, 1 actual blanket, that'll be massive. And then 1 lap-sized blanket. I have got 2 tops, another shawl, and then there's everything else I want to do. Everything else that I want to do, because I want to do everything in the world. So there'll be a million more things coming out of me very soon. But that is, yeah, that's where I'm at. So I hope that this ramble has made some sort of sense. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to everyone who subscribes, likes, comments especially, but even who just spends part of their day with me and watches. Thank you so much. You don't know what this means to me, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. Just thank you. I will be back very early on in the new year. I have got a big giveaway to give away, and I will have a giveaway prompt about how to enter in that one. If you check out my Instagram at waddleand.wool, I also have the giveaway, which is, it's a big year-long bingo sheet. I'm all about yawning today. It's a year-long bingo sheet called Accomplish Along, and basically you don't have to complete it. You just have to tell me what you have done and repost. So you can either repost it in your stories, or you can repost it to Instagram and tag me in it, and then you will go in the running to go for the giveaway, the massive giveaway I've got at the top up here, which is why I keep looking, because it's huge. Okay, I think that is it for today. I might go down for a nap because I keep yawning apparently, and I will see you in the new year. Bye.